Milan is an unqualified behemoth of a city and has the most populated urban area in Italy, containing 1.3 million people and 3.2 million in the broad area covering central Milan. Some form of human habitation has been present in Milan for thousands of years, and archaeologic decrees date back as far as 222 BC. Certainly at one point, Milan served as the capital of the Western Roman Empire. Throughout antiquity, the Middle Ages, and later, Milan succeeded greatly due to its dominant location in mainland Italy. Even though the city was damaged during World War II, it recovered and saw a big economic boom that accounts for its huge growth and expansion. In this video, you will be amazed by the top 10 things to do in Milan. Before starting the video, subscribe to our channel and smash the bell icon to never miss any of our upcoming videos. Number 10. Milan Cathedral. Milan Cathedral is a genuinely monumental building and is famed for its sublime architecture, which took over 600 years to complete. Situated in the center of Milan in the self-named Piazza del Duomo, the cathedral was established in 1386, but not officially completed before 1965. The front facade of the cathedral is truly admirable, containing an Italian Gothic style, and is crowned with many towers, statues, and decorations. The interior is very decorative and features some beautiful stained glass windows bursting with color. Additionally, in between the central pillars, there's a great display of artwork and some nicely detailed statues. The vast structure is truly the heart of Milan, and no trip to this city is complete without stepping inside its huge doors. Number 9. Church of Santa Maria del Grazie. Even though the outer part of this church is not one of the most famous, it still has a definite charm and grace. Established in 1497, the church characterized as a Gothic style utilizing red bricks and a vast rear basilica. This church can be discovered on the Corso Magenta and sits on the front side of Milan to the Duomo. One of the most fascinating artistic masterpieces in the world lies inside the building, The Last Supper by Leonardo Da Vinci. Hailed as a noble piece of artwork, this mural depicts the scene of the Last Supper as described in the Bible. Throughout the years, this artwork has been scrutinized and analyzed for its hidden meanings and content. Number 8. Pinacoteca di BRERA. Situated in the Palazzo Brera, the Pinacoteca is a fine art gallery with a large collection of Italian art. The palace was used as a convent and a national library in earlier years and was not changed into a museum until the 19th century. You can find such works as Pieta by Bellini, The Marriage of the Virgin by Raphael, The Adoration of the Magi by Correggio, and The Last Supper by Rubens inside the gallery. Located close to both the Sforzesco Castle and the Piazza El Duomo, the Pinacoteca di Brera is easily accessible. Number 7. Piazza dei Mercanti. Once the center of Milan in the time of the Middle Ages, the Piazza dei Mercanti was a true place of activity and held many merchant activities and trade markets. Located between the Piazza del Duomo and the Piazza Cordusio, the square is less than walking distance of the major sites in Milan. Many important buildings are in the square, including the Palazzo della Ragione, the Palazzo della Scuola Palatine, and the Loggia degli Ossi. Additionally, several important statues and monuments can be found here, some of which have Roman origins. Number 6. Piazza del Duomo. The Piazza del Duomo is a huge public space with impressive architecture and sculptures like the central piazza in Milan. If you're considering visiting Milan, this should be your starting point. From here, you can see the wonderful Duomo and the surrounding buildings. In the center of the square, there's a glorious statue of the first king of United Italy, Vittorio Emanuele, while on the one side sits the impressive royal palace. In addition, there's a host of high-end shops, restaurants, and bars to frequent. Shop to your heart's content or enjoy a coffee while watching the flocks of tourists and locals go about their daily business. Number 5. AC Milan San Siro Stadium. Possibly one of the world's most renowned and well-known stadiums, the San Siro was established in 1926 as one of the top sporting venues in Italy. With a capacity of just over 80,000 people, it is one of the biggest stadiums in Europe, and was one of the lead stadiums during the World Cup '34 and World Cup '90. While visiting the stadium, you will see the iconic circular towers holding up the colossal tiers and the huge roof partially covering the ground. AC Milan and Inter Milan play on this majestic ground, and the atmosphere at their home games is simply unbelievable. Number 4. Parco Sempione. As one of the top-ranked parks in Milan, the Parco Sempione is a large public space and garden that sits behind the Sforzesco Castle. Initially established in 1888, the park covers 95 acres, containing the fantastic Arch of Peace. This wonderful place is beautifully landscaped, containing bike trails, a myriad of footpaths, and wooded areas, all together with many sculptures and ornate fountains. You can also discover a museum in the park and the Torre Branca, a vast watchtower that offers panoramic sights of the city. If you want a place to relax in a busy city, the Parco Sempione is the perfect location. Number 3. Walk down the Naviglio Grande. Not many people realize that Milan has 2 canals. One is the Naviglio Grande. This canal starts from the Porta Ticinus to the Ticino River, some 50 kilometers to the west. Established in 1177, the canal was worked on for many years and continued to expand into what it is today. The section of the canal within the city center is a fantastic place to walk and is lined with old buildings and various shops and restaurants. Stroll down a quarter of the waterway and admire this different part of Milan that is seldom seen or listed in tourist guides. Number 2. Basilica di San Lorenzo. One of Milan's more important religious buildings, the Basilica of San Lorenzo, is a Catholic church located in the southwestern part of central Milan. Being one of the oldest churches in Milan, the Basilica was established in 402 and has stood in some capacity ever since. A series of arcades frame the main entrance, and a statue of Emperor Maximian stands in the courtyard. Internally, the interior speaks of extreme age, and the coloration is quite sad. Nonetheless, there is a great high altar and the chapel of Saint Aquilino, which features some beautiful ceiling artwork and mosaics. Number 1. Torre Branca. Situated within the Parco Sempione, the Torre Branca is a large observation tower that stands at a colossal 108.6 meters high. Constructed in 1933, the building was designed by Gio Ponti and was originally called the Torre Littoria. During the 1970s, the tower was closed for refurbishment, but it is again open to the public. Move the lift to the top of this fascinating structure and step into the top of the tower. From here, you have unparalleled sights of the city of Milan and can see for miles. On clear days, it is feasible to see the Alps and the Apennines, together with the expansive city laid out beneath your eyes. Which place amazed you the most about Milan? Let us know in the comments below. Hope you liked the video, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel.